for some naming conventions, suggesting the dates at which the videos were given, and I'll see if I can adhere to those conventions on my side for future videos. If you can remind me when I lapse from that, extra videos get in there, that'll be much welcome. Because I want that resource to be valuable, and I'm happy that that has been valuable thus far. Okay, so here's another common idiomacy. So you have some memory allocation, and it's based on a strlen. Now why do we have this +1? First of all, what does strlen do? If I give strlen of some string, some sequence of characters, what does strlen do? Number of characters within that string. Now, how is a string denoted in C? In other words, or how is it stored in C? How is it actually maintained in memory? Suppose I have a string that says, name within C. How is that actually stored in memory? Okay, it's a character array. And how many elements are there in the character array? What's the first element? Okay, second, A, M, E. That's the easy part. Is that all? What's after it? Yeah, it's a backslash 0. This is a 0 character. That's how traditionally strings are terminated. There actually are some alternative string mechanisms, count place, count up front before the string, but by and large, they are so-called 0 terminated. And when you allocate memory for a string, you want to create the space to store this. Do you have to allocate space only for these components, or do you have to allocate space also for this extra component? For this extra component, there ain't nobody that's going to do that job for you. In C, you got to be really careful with these things, because otherwise you can have A1 bad things happen. You can leave vulnerabilities for viruses to take over your system. I mean, these are not trifling matters. They can lead you to spend days debugging that you could have spent on the beach, or what have you. So here we have a string that strlen would tell us it's a blank what? What will strlen return for the string? 4. This is what strlen will tell us is the length of the string. How many things we actually have to allocate to create sort of to copy the string into, say? 5. So this is the actual allocated memory. And hence, ladies and gentlemen, we need this +1. So if we're going to create a new character array using malloc or using this new character in C++, we've got to take into account this extra character that's hidden from strlen before we sort of copy it. Again, this may seem trifling. It's not trifling in terms of its impact on your life as a C program, in terms of vulnerabilities, and in terms of impact on the quality of the program. This is the sort of thing that can crash your program. No question about it. Bring it to its knees. Explode in your face during a demo. It's not a small thing. And one of the reasons that C is over time losing market share, if that's the right word for it, losing a share among programmers building software programs, is because it's so vulnerable to these sort of things. It requires this sort of low-level reasoning. Believe me, there's languages where you're isolated from this sort of reasoning, and you can deal with things at a higher level. C is a language which is still used for this sort of very, very detailed memory management, etc. So, and that gives you some ability to build certain types of programs with that. That's very powerful. Here, if we don't have this extra character in there, stir copy, which will copy that extra 0 character, will eventually crash your program. Okay? So this +1 is a key part of the idiom. If you don't see that when you're doing a malloc based on a strlen, something's probably wrong. Someone's forgotten something, and it's time to investigate. So if you have something like this, you're just cruising for a bruising. In a really big way. You'll get a core dump or bus error or what have you, segmentation fault. Yeah. So stirred copy does copy it, stirred len doesn't count it. Stirred copy will overwrite this thing. If you didn't allocate for it, it'll start overwriting something else. In some systems, like embedded systems, it might start overwriting your operating system or something, and then you're in a bad way. Okay, so that was just a kind of memory allocation related thing.